We left Dead Horse State Park shortly after sunrise. We made a pot of coffee and started our short drive into Canyonlands National Park. From the campground, the entrance to the park is only about 10 miles. The ranger booth was still closed, and we were able to drive right into the park. Just a short distance up the road is the Islands in the Sky Visitor Center. However, it didn't open until 8 a.m., so we had a bit of a wait. We had never gotten to watch a park ranger put up the flag before. It was a real treat to get a chance to see this. With map in hand, it was time to explore the park. We quickly noticed that most of the off-road trails required a 4x4 with high clearance. Even with our upgraded suspension and 3 inches of lift, these were not the roads for us. The Schaefer Trail is named after the Schaefer family, who were Mormon pioneer settlers. Starting in 1916, John, known as Sog Schaefer, used this trail to move cattle from the summer pastures on the top mesa to the winter grounds on the white rimmed sandstone several rock layers down into the canyon. John Schaefer is credited for improving the trail and making access into the canyon easier. Many other trails in the Islands in the Sky also bear the names for families who worked on them. We were both surprised when the dry desert landscape suddenly changed into rich green plateaus. Our next stop was the Green River Outlook. This southwest-facing viewpoint affords the best views of one of the Canyonlands' two mighty rivers. The Green River, deep in its channel, 1,300 feet below. Visitors can also see features of the Maze District and the White Rim Road. In May 1869, Major John Wesley Powell set out on a remarkable mission to explore the uncharted canyons and waters of the Green and Colorado rivers. Powell, a geology professor and a one-armed Civil War veteran, began the journey with 9 novice oarmen and 4 wooden boats. He ended the journey 3 months later with 2 boats, 6 men, and detailed knowledge of a unique landscape that would capture national attention. As they entered the wilds of the canyon country, Powell wondered in his journal, "What shall we find?" When Powell's party reached this section of the river in July, he detailed a strange, weird, grand region of naked rock with cathedral-shaped buttes towering hundreds or thousands of feet, cliffs that cannot be scaled, and canyon walls that shrink the river into insignificance. Powell's voyage opened a world of adventure and scientific discovery that continues today. Modern boaters float the river in relative safety of rubber rafts, but they see a wild landscape that has changed little since 1869. Here we take a short drive through Willow Flat Campground, the only campground in the Island in the Sky area of Canyonlands National Park. Willow Flat has 12 campsites that are first come, first served. This campground is open year-round. There are toilets, picnic tables, and fire rings. There is, however, no water at the campground. On this day, there were a few campsites available. However, we were low on fresh water, so we decided not to stay. I should add that our previous night's stay at Dead Horse, we did not have a spigot for fresh water filling of our tanks. We did carry a few gallons of water from the sink outside the washrooms, but it was just enough to get us by for the day. Our last stop before leaving the park is the Grand View Point Overlook and Trail. The Grand View Point lies at the southernmost end of the Island in the Sky Scenic Drive. From here you can see across miles of corrugated canyons, the White Rim four-wheel drive road, features in the Maze and the Needles, and distant mountains. A short paved sidewalk leads to a spectacular viewpoint. From here you can hike an additional mile to a second viewpoint. Rangers are often present and give geology talks at the Grand View Point spring through fall. As we exited the park, we could see there was quite a line at the entry booth. This is one of the reasons why we decided to get up early and come into the park while it was still closed. We ended up leaving the park at around 2 p.m. with absolutely no idea where we would be stopping for the night. But we were getting pretty comfortable with this idea. This used to really give me some anxiety, but with the van, we find it pretty easy to find a place to park overnight. So it was backtracking now to where we began this leg of our journey to Arches and Canyonland. The skies looked nice, and hopefully we would not have any more of those strange wind drafts. As we approached Colorado, Wads reminded me of how quickly that could all change, particularly as we got closer to the Rocky Mountains. So back onto I-70 West. We had about a 2-hour drive to Grand Junction. I found a Welcome to Colorado rest center that said there was a dump station and fresh water. However, it did not look like overnight parking was allowed. And after 2 weeks in Utah, we crossed into Colorado. As we crossed over the Colorado River, we were both surprised to see how high it was running. We had gotten a few alerts on our phones that there was flooding in the area. This was our first introduction to Colorado and all the roundabouts. While I do agree that they do well in keeping the traffic flowing, but being from an area where we have very few of them, this can become quite stressful. Later that night, I had a nightmare about being stuck in roundabout hell. And we can confirm that yes, there is a free RV dump station including potable water. So we really took advantage of these services. We dumped, filled, showered, and dumped and filled again. Now we were all set for whatever comes next. It was getting later into the evening, and we would have liked to just call it a night here. Plan B was the Walmart in Grand Junction, which wasn't too much further down the road. I made a quick call to the Walmart before we got there and found out that overnight parking was prohibited. That was really unfortunate for us because we were getting pretty tired of driving, and unfortunate for this Walmart as well because I had a lot of shopping to do. We did stop for fuel while driving through Grand Junction. $3.89 for diesel was lower than most that we had seen. From Grand Junction, we took Highway 50 south towards Montrose, Colorado. It made for a long drive day, however, the Walmart in town welcomed travelers. Another thing we really like about having the van is that when you need to stop, it's just a matter of finding a safe place to pull over and you have everything you need. We eventually found the Walmart at the south end of town, and it was fairly quiet, and the spot was pretty level. We called it a day. The temperatures were on an upward trend, so we needed to get prepared for some hot days ahead. Thanks for watching.